Welcome fellas to this new video of TechExpress. Now today we have been talking about how to host a website into the GitHub Pages free based on a few elements that we chose inside the internet. So the first thing to take in mind, for example, is to prepare your website files. So first, you make sure you have your static website files ready, because this is crucial. Your main entry file must be named index.html in order to continue, right? So this is what GitHub Pages look for to display your site. So usually here directly into the GitHub, I'm going to go directly into my profile, and usually I checked out all my repositories. So I'm going to click directly in here. Here's my actual website. Head over to your GitHub account. We needed to, of course, we are not going to be using this one. We're going to be using a new repository to store out our website code. So click the green new button, which in this case here it is. Now directly in here you show the filling out the repository details. So give your repository a name. Something simple is the best. For example, let's say TechExpress Video. Let's go for tech. When I finish with this specific process, make sure the repository is set to public. Really important. And the GitHub Pages will not work on private repository for free, so you don't need to do add a readme right now. So finally hitting to create the repositories. Now this is the part where I wanted to upload my actual files. So on the empty repository screen, what you can do, the easiest way to add your files is to simply drag and drop your website folder content into the upload area. So you want to wait for all the files to download, and you should see that element directly. Let's say I'm going to head back, profiles, or let's go back in here, repositories. Here is my tech block. I select this element, and in here you can set up directly here into your desktop, but I can totally just leave this as it is, so you can import all your information directly inside here. So this is the part where you want to deploy the GitHub Pages. So how to deploy this? Well, if you go to the settings tab at the top of your repository, what you can do is into the left sidebar you can click into all the pages. And of course, this is the secret ingredient, because if you click here into the pages on the build and the deployment section, you can set the source drop down, deploy from a branch, and you choose your main branch and make sure the folder is set to root, for example, and you click save. So GitHub will now start building and deploying your website. Usually this might be taking a few minutes, and you can now have access to your live website. So you can check the process of the deployment under the action tab. You wanted to see what's actually happening when you click directly here into the action section. Once the deployment is completed, you can go back to the pages section, and basically you will now see a message that says your site is live at something like that, with your free URL, just as we just did here before into this other section. Now in this case it's private, so there are a few elements that need to be changed, but usually that's how it actually appears in them. So this is just like a common and easy way of how we can actually do this process. If you have, let's say, questions of how you can export in a specific website, what you can do is, for example, let's say go and head over for, in my case I'm going to go for Shopify, for example, and directly into my sign in, I'm going to be using an actual website that you currently have, so I can export that element and try to import them directly inside my GitHub element. So for this, I just choose my account, I sign in, I select my website, which should be appearing here into my online store. Here's my current theme, and here's directly into my current theme. Here it should be appearing my actual 3 elements, what I can click directly in there, and I can export them. So when you clicked the link, usually you have successfully hosted your statics to website and to GitHub, so Pages for free. It's really easily. In this case we don't have any indexed or HTML file to deploy an actual first website, but this is the actual easiest way to how you can actually import your website and put it directly in here. Make sure that this one exactly is public, otherwise this just won't work. and all your information. In order to check that element, it should be appearing directly in here. Your issues, your actions, your projects, the wiki, security, insight, and your settings of your whole website hosted here directly into the GitHub. So guys, this was a very useful information. If it helped you, hit the like button and subscribe for more quick tech tips. Thank you so much for watching, and well, hopefully guys, with all of this being said, we can see you next time.